I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Culpy and Chip.
The Plasmatics Butcher Baby as we go down the ever-increasing rabbit hole of, what, I too loud for you?
Yes.
I don't care. That's the way that I am. I don't know. That's just the way I am.
I know.
You should too. If you knew what this game would do to you, been in this shit since 92. Look at all the bullshit I've been through. So-called beef with you know who. Butcher Babies,
Good that you
Plasmatics.
stopped at that point.
Huh?
I said that's good that you stopped at that point.
Well, I haven't done that with a few female stars or two. What? No.
Okay, moving right along.
Well, you all stall. You see what I did? We are going down the rabbit hole of punk, and this is the band The Plasmatics. New Hope for the Wretched came out in 1980. And the name of the song is Butcher Babies. If you'd like to see some timely topical political commentary, check us out at Middle America Vin and Sori.
Or if you want to see what goes on behind the scenes around our place, check out My Sori Life.
There you are. All right,
Okay.
So let's go. Butcher Baby Plasmatics. Go!
Go.
Butcher Baby, they're gonna put you away! Butcher Baby, dressed up in red. Butcher Baby, mess in your head. Butcher Baby, go out at night. Butcher Baby, turn on the light. Oh yeah! Oh no! Oh yeah! Oh no! Oh yeah no! Oh no! Oh yeah! Butcher Baby, you're just a kill. Butcher Baby, under the wheel. Butcher Baby, today's the day. Butcher Baby, gonna put you away. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Butcher Baby, dressed up in red. Butcher Baby, mess in your head. Butcher Baby, go on at night. Butcher Baby, turn out the light. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Butcher Baby, you're just a kill. Butcher Baby, honor your will. Butcher Baby, today's the day. Butcher Baby, gonna put you away.
That was the last song on the record. New Hope for the Wretched.
Wow. This is the worst song I've ever heard in my life. What?
That's pretty. You know what? That riff, that's actually a pretty heavy riff. Hold on. The riff that they played, hold on. Not that one. a pretty heavy riff. It's a pretty heavy riff.
Yes, well. It was so friggin' repetitive. I couldn't handle it. I'm like, are you serious? That's all you can say? And then on top of that, I thought at first it was about, people will say that, she's dressed to kill tonight, but
Right.
didn't mean literally kill somebody. It just meant you were sexy as hell.
No, I think it's about killing someone.
Yeah.
The girl has in the video. She's
holding that chainsaw.
Is there an official video?
You hear the chainsaw going off.
Is there?
I'm like, are you serious?
I don't want to laugh at that, but I mean, what in the world? Hold on. Did you say there was an official video?
Well, I saw right here.
That's the official one, right?
Where?
Just go ahead, play.
Here's a live video, and then there's this.
Okay, maybe they're not supposed to be taken seriously.
This girl has cream and things stuck on her tits. What the heck, babe? Oh. My
Okay.
gosh.
All right. Okay, so obviously this band is not. Okay, this song, because you can't say the band, but this particular song is not about like artistic expertise or anything like that. But I still think that riff is legit. That was a legit riff that they made. No? You don't think it was a legit riff?
Honey, I mean, if I'm making my cream with broccoli and I have the most amazing cream possible, but everything else is shit, it's not cream of broccoli, okay? I don't care about that riff. It literally, I cannot believe how much I don't like this song. This is worse than Peace Sells.
Peace Sells was a good song.
Well, I didn't like Peace Sells. Peace Sells I gave like a 3 to.
Really?
This is terrible.
You were wrong. You were dead wrong about Peace Sells.
I'm not dead wrong about this one. Maybe if I listen to Peace Sells again now, I might have a different take on it. Like Judas Priest, I'm not sure. But this was like... And I was like... I just wanted to escape it. I'm like... And it was only a 3-minute song.
Well...
So she was putting on her red dress. I thought, again, it was just to be sexy, but then it turns out it's because she's going to kill somebody.
It's a woman who's basically a serial killer.
Yeah.
And she's dressed up in red,
and
she's got
going to go to jail tonight.
Well, she's got a. Well, not necessarily jail. They could put her in, the funny farm,
right?
Where I went for a while.
I don't think they call it the funny farm. I feel like that's
psychiatric, criminally insane, whatever. So she's dressed up in red. She's messed up in the head. Go out at night, turn out the light, and she's got a chainsaw. So this girl's walking down the street with a chainsaw about to do some damage.
That's disgusting.
I know you will. Today's the day. Gonna put you away. I mean, you wonder what goes through the mind of a person who does that stuff. Like, how do they make the decisions on who they're gonna like aside from so and so looks vulnerable, so I'm going after him, right? How else do they decide on whose life they're gonna take that day? Like,
well, sometimes it's just random. Like, they're like the first person that I.
Yeah, but it's never random, because if a Navy SEAL was walking down the street, they wouldn't randomly select that guy.
Well, they would probably say it's gonna be the next person that comes off that train. Unless it's somebody that intimidates me.
Right, like, that's the thing. It's like, a lot of these serial killers, especially when they talk about being criminally insane, it's like, no, you're not killing, like, big, strong motherfuckers who could stop you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always like, so it's not as random as they're trying to pretend.
Well,
that
I saw this movie. I'm not even saying that the movie was true. I don't even remember what movie it was. And it might have been something like, I don't know, that Unbreakable that's part of that whole weird series.
Yeah.
But the person writes their address down on something and then leaves it somewhere.
Yeah.
Like accidentally. And then the person was already inclined to want to murder somebody. They saw the address and that's how they picked where they were going to go.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always like, ever since I saw that, I'm like, you know what, I bet that could happen. So I'm always like super like conscious of where my address is, or if it's on an envelope or something. That was part of the reason why I got our shredder.
Right. Yeah, I there's only 2 verses in this song. Oh yeah, oh no, oh yeah, oh no.
Babe, you need to just give your raw review. What is it?
I like that riff.
You like the riff.
I felt like the riff was
What
very
about
heavy.
the whole song?
I felt like the lyrics
You
were...
keep putting on this riff, but...
Well, the riff is important. What are you talking about?
what else?
I'm a guitarist. I like the riff. That's going to stick out to me. I didn't think it was a very good song, but I do think that, you know, if you really think about it, so she's dressed up in red because, you know, she's going to get splattered with blood, I'm assuming, and so the red kind of camouflages it.
Yeah.
But this is what bugs me, messed in your head.
Okay.
Because
Why?
it's like, oh, the only reason she did that was because she was insane. And it speaks to the whole criminal insanity thing where it's like, has there ever been a completely sane person who has done terrible crimes?
Yeah. No, I don't think
Like, should we put a guy like Adolf Hitler in the insane asylum? Well, he was crazy, obviously. But that doesn't stop him from being accountable.
No, I put him still...
Or a guy like Bin Laden.
No, I think you still put them in whatever type of punishment it is that he's going to get, but give him some extra... But there should be more...
I'm not sure. My point is, I'm not sure that the insanity defense or the insanity plea is even a valid category for jurisprudence.
I never agreed with that.
Because I don't believe that anybody is sane when they're
When they do
committing
something.
when they're killing another human
Yeah.
being. I mean, look at all the work that has to get done, all the de-individuation and all the other stuff that has to get done to get a regular person to kill somebody in war.
Yeah. Right.
And those are people that are trying to kill you. And it
Right.
still takes a lot of training to get somebody, a regular person, to go kill somebody else in war.
Yeah.
So if a civilian goes and kills a whole bunch of people, no, they're not sane, but they're still absolutely accountable. Like, how is that? How is you being messed up in the head justify that you should, instead of going to prison, you should go to an insane asylum, and then after 2 years you get to go out and get back into society? Like, that's a crazy idea to me.
Yeah, and I think
I'm saying this as somebody, for those of you who don't know, I'm saying this as somebody who spent 6 months in a mental institution. So, miss me with the social justice stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying this as an outsider. I'm saying this as an insider.
Right. I
What
think
were you
too
saying?
that if that option is not available to people, like for instance, people say, well, I'm going to come off my meds, and they're someone who clearly needs to be on their meds.
Right.
But if you know, there's a possibility you could go into psychosis and do some crazy thing and be responsible for that crazy thing.
I have seen people off their meds, and the vast majority of the time, if they're killing somebody, it's themselves. Like, I've never seen somebody go off on their meds and kill other people. Most people that really have some sort of psychological issue, they most of the time turn it onto themselves because they still have their wits about them, that they don't want to hurt other people, but they're in so much pain that they, whatever.
Yeah.
But I've been in, like I said, I was in a mental institution, and there were people that would come after other people, and they got sent to somewhere else, usually Togus, and Togus was for guys with military backgrounds, or whatever. So I get it, but those people that were doing that on our floor, the people that were violent, would lash out and really go after other people, the rest of us were like, screw these guys. None of us were like, oh, he's got a mental issue, because we all had them.
Right. Yeah.
So, none of us were like, oh yeah, poor. There was this one guy that was, he was very, very old, and just, you could just tell that he was. Me personally, I thought he was demonized. I thought he was demon possessed, but I was 17, 18 at the time. So, but yeah, there
How
was.
old? You're talking like 50s, 60s.
Yeah, it was like 50s, 60s. He just
Yep.
the typical what you would think.
Yep.
And, you know, everybody hated him because he was just, nobody could eat in peace. We can have any peace because this guy was like all over the place. So none of us gave him any, he's got an issue. Because we were all diagnosed with 3 or 4 major issues.
Right. Right.
You know, my buddy, my best buddy, like across the hall, he was a paranoid schizophrenic, that guy. And we could still eat and stuff with him, but, you know, when he was having his episodes, it was obvious. So none of us had any pity for the whole, you're a killer because you're crazy. Like, because we were all like, we're all crazy.
Right.
But we all knew, like, when to draw the line, you know? And so, because you still, you know, some of this has to do with your perspective on, or your theory on the will of a person. If you think it's just completely naturalistic or whatever.
Yes.
And if you think people are completely 100% controlled by their brains, the chemicals in their brains, and you don't think there's any ghost in the machine, then
exactly.
You probably could make that argument. But all of us knew that, our psychological issues here, but we also have a will, and we also know consciously where we're going to draw the line. You know?
That makes sense.
One time the guy went after Dr. Petzel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I mean, the security guards and...
They were right there.
Oh, yeah. That guy, they were always within 5 feet of that guy.
Oh.
I was like, this motherfucker?
Yeah.
She was my favorite doctor.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, so obviously I have a bias against that whole idea.
Yep.
But anyway, so for that perspective, I thought it was a very intriguing song.
Okay.
And I thought the riff was great. But I will say there wasn't a lot from this song where I was like, this is really good stuff. This is good music. I had a hard time. All right, go for it. What do you give it?
Oh, it's a 0.
A 0.
It's a 0 for me.
A 0?
You know,
what about the riff?
Honey, I already said what I thought. Listen, you remember how they'll
You're
say
wrong for that.
No, I'm right. This, you know how they'll say, like, I've heard it like multiple times that, like, when as like a part of the torture thing, they'll put on Britney Spears.
Sure,
For me, you could put on the Britney Spears for a couple times.
The United States does not torture people.
Okay, whatever. You could play that a couple times.
We interrogate people. We don't.
You could play that a couple times before it would start to really get on my nerves to be torturous. But this, right from the get, I was like, "Are you serious?"
It's pretty terrible. All right, I'm not gonna give it a 0. I can't give it a 0 because the riff was epic. The riff was an epic riff.
Epic?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
All right. Anyway, what do you give it, babe?
Well, I'm gonna
be honest.
I'm being as honest as I'm being dead ass serious with you. It's a 5 for me.
What?
It's a 5.
So it's an average song.
Yes, because the riff was a very important riff. I like that riff, and I think he was talking about a very important topic. I just felt
What are you talking about?
I just showed you the riff that I was playing. What do you mean?
No, what do you mean it's an important topic?
Serial killers and why they do what they do. That's important. You don't think that's important?
I just think that you gave it that importance. I don't think that the lyrics actually gave it that importance.
We had a pretty extended, important discussion.
Yes, but babe, literally, it doesn't matter what comes up. You could have an extended, important discussion.
It's not true. That is not true. I cannot have an extended, important discussion about every and anything. That's untrue.
Oh, wow.
You have yet to demonstrate.
I can't believe you're giving it a 5.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion
offended.
On the song.
If I could go below a 0, I would.
You can go for it. I just think it's better than a 0.
Oh my gosh, it's an average song to you. That's so insane, literally insane to me.
Anyway.
All right, well that's that. I mean, wow.
Anyway, it's a 5.
Who sent us this? I'm sorry, whoever you are.
It's a 5. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.